Okay, this is the second part of the video clips which will help you install the software from the CD-ROM which is supplied with the Technology Plus Print GoPlanet GPS rangefinder. In the last video I described how you would install the driver and then install the software. In the first video it showed you that I didn't have the .NET software installed. I had to install that, and once that's been installed then we can go ahead and install the application software. So if I open up my computer and look for the disk which is in your disk drive, the CD-ROM, it will be labelled something like TPP version 2. If I double click on that, and in the last video clip we had to install the .NET FX. As I say, not everyone will have to go through that. If you're lucky with Microsoft Windows Vista or Windows 7, you should already have that installed and you won't have had to carry on with that. So the next stage is to install the actual software. So that's called mars100.msi. If I double click on that file, and here we see it describes what's going to happen. It says we're going to install the software. So if we click on next, and don't worry about location of the folder, usually you just click on next and carry on, and it tells you we're ready to install. So if I click on next again, this installs the version 2 software. If you're a user, if you bought your computer, your sat-nav device some time ago, you'll probably have version 1. If that's the case, it's no longer being used, so you do need to install this software. So it's telling me that the Mars 100 software, which is another name for the GPS device, and then if you click close, and if I just move that window out the way, you should now see that on your desktop there'll be an icon that looks like a golf ball and it's labelled Mars 100. That means that your device is, the software is now installed, and if I double click on that icon, this is the new Mars 100 version 2 software which is shown there. If you're using anything else earlier, such as the version 1, then that's no longer supported and you will need to download the software, or we can supply you with a CD-ROM, but you're better to download the software from www.mygolfgps.com. I can show you that if I double click on Internet Explorer, and this will be covered in a separate YouTube video. So if you open up your browser, which could be Internet Explorer or could be Google Chrome or could be Firefox, if you go to mygolfgps.com, that's the actual manufacturer of the device. If you go to that website, you can go to support, and there are different versions of the GPS rangefinder. We actually only support the Mars 100, so if I click on software, and we've got all the different models. There's the Mars 100, which we actually sell and support at the moment, and there's the new devices which cost a lot more but are obviously a bit more advanced. And here you can see there's download instructions, and there's the driver which makes the GPS device talk to your computer, and the application, which is the software, which is the software there, version 2. So simply, it's just a case of downloading the driver and or the application, download those to your computer, and then you can run them. So I'll just go through basically what you do. If you haven't got a CD-ROM and you need to download the software, it's just a case of clicking on the driver. So you click on that, and depending on how your computer's set up, if you click on save the file, so it's going to download a file called USB driver.zip. So if I click on save, it might ask you where do you want to save the file, save as, save in. It's going to be different on whatever version of Windows you have. If you save it to somewhere you remember, so make a note, so it's either My Documents or Documents, or you could click on Desktop. Basically just remember where it's been saved. So if you click Save, and then that will download the file, and depending on your internet connection, it can take seconds or could take a bit longer. It's telling me that it's downloaded the driver, and I can close that window, and then I can go ahead and download the application, or application's another name for software or the program. So if I click on that file, and again it's telling me, do I want to open or save this file? It's telling me it's going to save a file called Mars100 application.zip. If I click on save, and again you tell it where you want to save to, so you can either choose your desktop or somewhere in My Documents. Sometimes this is a folder called Downloads. Just as long as you make a mental note or write it down that at the moment it's going to save this file called Mars100 application.zip, and it's going to save it in the desktop. So if I click save, and I can close that. It's telling me it's download complete. If I close that file, and then if I minimize all the windows that I've got open at the moment, we can see we've got two files here. These are both zipped files, so you'll need either if you've got Windows Vista or Windows 7, you'll probably be able to unzip these files. Zip is a way of compressing or making a file smaller. If you haven't got a file to unzip the files, you can download a free program. If you do a Google search and look for 7-zip, do a search on that, there are free programs, and this one's probably the best one I'd recommend, 7-zip, and that will be able to unzip these two files for you. But as I say, if you've got Windows Vista or Windows 7, both of those operating systems will be able to open up both of those files, and then you can go ahead and install both of those files. I suggest you go to our website, which is mygolfgps.co.uk, if you go to help support or contact us, you'll find that I've created a file which gives you instructions. It says please click here to download the latest up-to-date instructions. If you click that and download it and print it out, it's only 2 pages. That will help you. Something wrong there. Let's go to spring 2011. I suspect it's just the internet not being very good on this computer at the moment. So it says here are some instructions. There we go. It's got the instructions on how to unzip the files, and then page 2 tells you the next step, which is to register download golf courses and then upload the golf courses from your PC to the GPS device. Hopefully that's of some help. If you do get stuck, then if you go to our website mygolfgps.co.uk, there's a contact us form which you can fill in the form, give me some information and we can contact you. But I would urge you to confirm that the device was bought through our suppliers. You can tell that our device has our logo, which is TPP, Technology Plus Print. If your device does not have that logo, then we can't offer you support, but you're more than welcome to use the YouTube videos that were supplied here. So hopefully that's of some help.